And we are back with the Vacuous perspective. Hello, Nate. How are you?
Yeah,
good,
very
mate.
well. I'm very well.
Yeah, no, going good. Hey, did you hear the latest about the Queen?
The rolling coverage continues.
No, did you hear about the latest? The very latest.
I have not heard the latest. I mean, no.
Well, you probably
I have
heard that she's passed away.
not. What?
But what you probably haven't heard is that she's back.
She's back.
They brought her back.
From the dead.
From the dead, they brought her back. They did it.
Wow, I had no idea. I thought this would be bigger news.
Right, well, you know, maybe it's still in the pipeline. Hey, how's things been, all right?
So she's not back?
She's not back. No, that was a joke.
Oh, I was getting a little bit excited. Did you hear about the Queen? There was a tribute at the Roebuck. Oh yeah, I think it's called the Roebuck Bay Hotel. It's this pub up in Broome. I've got the article here. It's called Wet T-Shirt Tribute is a washout.
What?
So it's Broome's oldest pub. It's defending its decision to hold a wet T-shirt contest to celebrate the life of Queen Elizabeth II.
Oh boy!
Before the National Day of Mourning. It's called the Rowie.
Oh boy!
They had partygoers encouraging to attend the Queen's Wet Tea on Wednesday night.
Whoa!
It's to celebrate the life of Queen Lizzie. You can win $750.
Wow! There's a bit of cash and prizes.
Yeah, and they went ahead with it.
Wow! What do you think about that?
I think it's a little bit insensitive.
Yeah.
It doesn't, to me, the two concepts don't gel well. The Queen, what is she? 96-year-old.
96-year-old.
Wet T-shirt contest.
Wasn't aware she was an avid fan. I knew she liked horses and I knew she liked corgis and stuff. And I know that she had a lot of causes that she was into, but I didn't know wet T-shirts was one of them.
She did have a lot of things she was into, didn't she?
What do you mean? She had a bunch, right?
Yeah, she had a lot. Yeah, but not the wet tea.
No.
No. She
She
probably liked a good contest though, so maybe that.
This sort of tournament element to it, she could probably get on board with.
Yeah.
And who knows? Like, I'm sure she would have been ushered away from many a wet T-shirt contest in her past. Like, they just shield her from that because she's royal and unable to partake in that part of society. Yeah, but maybe she would have a great time.
Maybe she's got a great track record. Maybe she's never lost a wet T-shirt competition.
No, I'm not suggesting that she ever participated in a wet T-shirt contest. I'm saying that there would have been opportunities for the Queen to attend a wet T-shirt contest if it was her wish, but it wouldn't have been encouraged to do so. It wouldn't have been very royal, so she would have avoided them. But what I'm saying is we don't know how she would have enjoyed one or whatever. We don't know.
I could see Prince Andrew at a wet T-shirt, a wetty tea comp.
Yeah, sweat T-shirt. Yeah. But I agree with you. I think it is kind of poor. It's obviously poor taste. It's
extremely poor taste.
It's poor taste, and not that I don't really care as much as some other people do about the Queen's passing. I just think it's to some extent, a 96-year-old lady has passed away, and yeah, that's sad. But a lot of 96-year-old ladies pass away. So,
what did she pass away from? This is one thing that isn't rife for a conspiracy theory. There's been no conspiracies.
I think because for the last 10 years or so, everyone's been kind of looking around going like, are you going to... Because they started preparing this funeral, 20 years ago. They would have had it all ready to go. Like if she happened to die, they would have been like, all right, we got all the plan set, get all the dudes, get everybody in the car and everything, get it all done, right? They would have had a plan for every outcome, right? So,
they certainly did, and apparently the Queen was involved herself with a lot of the preparations and the scheduling down to the minute. She wanted to keep it streamlined.
Streamline.
Yep, and reduce all the boring shit.
Oh, really? She wanted to reduce the boring shit?
Yeah, apparently.
Did you watch any of the stuff?
Oh, I saw bits and pieces. Not much.
Okay.
I saw 8 minutes. I saw the coffin go down the central channel of
Mm.
Westminster Abbey.
Oh yeah, so you saw her go in for the funeral part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, because what they did is they carted around the city for a bit, which has been the tradition for the last 8 days or so. They've just been like trucking her around. They get to West. They have to walk it. I think everybody's walking. The king's walking. You know, all the whole company is there.
Yeah. The procession.
Yeah, the big procession, and it goes. The whole thing was like 7 hours, like the whole process. So
Jeez,
if she was
I'm
trying to
glad she cut it down.
streamline it,
Yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah.
she was trying, if one of her objectives was to streamline this, wow, holy shit, we got way different ideas for streamlining, but there would have been way faster ways to do it. But anyway, it's not the point. It was like elaborate, very elaborate. Like
It
if you're
seemed,
gathering 250 world leaders along with royal family and all the other bits and bobs, there's a lot of pageantry that goes along with it.
yes, pageantry. That's the word. I was going to say ceremony. Pageantry. There was a lot of that. That's all I saw.
Yeah, which to me, as a non-royalist, looks like a load of wank, right? But to somebody like even I was sort of brought into this whole like I'm watching a sort of ancient-ish tradition. You know, it's older than 500 years. You know what I mean? It's 700 years of this tradition that I don't even think about, but now I'm being exposed to it along with a whole bunch of other billions of people.
So was it written down what all the pageantry and ceremony is? So is this very
I'd like
similar
to
to the
know.
last
Yeah,
one? Because
I'd like to know. Yeah.
yeah, but apparently she was involved a lot with it. But she started. I read that she had been planning this. This had plans had begun for her funeral since 1960.
Yeah, of course. Like I said before, like they have to prepare for everything.
Yeah,
Who knows?
it was called. Apparently, it's called Operation London Bridge.
That's what
And
the operation's called.
that's what was kicked into gear when she died.
Oh,
And I read, on Wikipedia that the higher ups would communicate it. I don't know why they're using code, but they would tell the others that London Bridge is down.
yeah.
That's kind of the code. I don't know why they just can't tell each other. Maybe it's so sensitive that they need code words for it. And then they also had, in the event that she died in Scotland, which she did, there was Operation Unicorn that had to be put into effect.
These she named them.
I don't know if she named them or not. But
Maybe she named the unicorn one. I don't know. She
yeah,
doesn't like
maybe.
horses.
Yeah, so very organised woman.
Yeah. Well, she had a lot of time to plan it. She started planning it in 1960. No wonder it went for 7 hours. She just kept adding shit every 10 years or so. She just was like, and maybe I think 100 horsemen should be there, you know?
I saw the crown jewels.
Yeah, the scepter and the head bit, the crown.
The crown and the orb.
The orb.
The golden orb with a
It's got a little cross on the top. Yes.
Yeah, that's one thing that always stands out to me, the cross.
Yeah, no, because they're the rightful rulers by the grace of God.
By the grace of God. So is that bestowed on their bloodline?
Yeah.
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 Because that cross gets raised in front of the coffin as it's going down the central channel.
Yeah, she's now not the monarch.
No. And the choir or the whatever it is, geez, that is macabre. That is some macabre stuff.
What, when they're lowering her?
No, just when they were the whole funeral vibe of it, the whole grimness of it.
Nah, man, they keep reminding you every sort of 45 seconds or so that, you know, she will be granted the gifts of eternal life and all this sort of stuff. And the songs were banging, like especially in the procession. Absolutely crushing it. A bit repetitive, a bit long, but they were doing a great job. Dude, there were dudes in golden helmets on horses with little sticks or something. I don't know what they're.
I
You
don't
have to have
I don't
200. You have to have 200 guys ready. Drop of a hat. Do they have another job? Do they do? Are they just waiting for the death of a monarch? Quick, get on those horses. It's got
I
to
don't
be
know. I
100.
don't know what their day jobs are. This is sort of what I find weird. Where do they find all these? Where do all these people come out of the woodwork for the pageantry?
No, they're just the best of the best, right? Wouldn't they be?
So it's like priests and
No, they're soldiers, right?
what? Who? Oh,
All the guys all the guys doing all the music and the marching.
I guess so. I don't know. Apparently, it was the biggest security event since World War II.
Wow.
They had snipers on the roofs. They had 1,000 armed guards at
Yeah. At
like
what
Buckingham
point?
Palace. Yeah.
At what point do you go? We are so safe. Why are we so safe? Because there's like thousands of snipers right now, and you're like, I don't. If you've got thousands of snipers, all you need is one bad sniper in your ranks, and this thing goes tits up.
Yeah. You turn
A rogue, like one goes rogue or whatever you want to call it.
I've never thought about that because they worry about aircraft pilots going rogue and having a bad day. Like if you have depression and things like that, like if you
Sure.
show signs of depression, you basically can't fly. They don't let you fly an aircraft.
Yeah, and I guess like it would be a similar sort of mental thing for those kinds of guys as well. They would be, they would have their mental, what do you want to call them? They would be assessed
Yeah,
on
you
the
would.
rank.
You think
Make sure that hey, you're good to go today. Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, hey, all good.
I'm surprised there's not more long cons by terrorists that work their way up to the most senior positions where they do it for years, like 20 years. So
Yeah.
they have the most influence and have the most power, and they can be the most destructive.
Mm.
They could literally just plant a nuke underneath, Westminster Abbey or something like that.
Oh
Like
my god,
what
that
was
sounds
it?
like an episode of 24, man. Like with Jack Bauer, and he's in London for some reason. That yeah, sounds like a season of 24 they haven't written.
What's the 5th of November? The gunpowder plot thing that from V for Vendetta.
I don't
Remember
really know.
the 5th of November. Like that was an
Yeah, it's Guy Fawkes, right?
yeah. So what? So he just in some kind of protest or something. What was his problem?
Didn't he blow up? Like I don't know. I can't. I don't. I'm not really super familiar with it. But didn't he like blow up whatever the parliament was at the time? Didn't he?
I think he had it rigged to blow. I don't think he quite got it off.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not super familiar.
Did you hear about? I don't know anything about it, but I heard that there was a guy that snuck into Queen Elizabeth's room once. So she's in Buckingham Palace. Okay.
Yeah, just having a cheeky early night. Yeah.
Yeah, a tea, a crumpet, probably early to bed with the corgis on her.
Yep.
This guy, I don't know the exact story, but let's say he's at the pub with his mates, says, I could sneak into Buckingham Palace. And I said, no, you fucking couldn't. He said, yes, I fucking could. He
All
nets
right.
the rest
Bit
of
of
his
Dutch
beer.
courage, right? Okay.
So the armed beef eaters literally are bored out of their brains, right? They don't even know what they're guarding anymore. They're that delirious, generation upon generation of beef eater, probably on the gin. And then
Right. What year was this?
I don't know. Guy snuck into. Well, I'll tell you what the story is, and then we'll fact check it. He scales the wall or whatever, and he slides in through a window. And Buckingham Palace has 44 bedrooms or whatever. He gets Queen Elizabeth's first go.
Oh my god.
I think she could be sleeping in any of them as well. I don't think she really. She might have her favourite one, but I think she moves around.
Oh.
And I don't know if he said hello or what, but I think that he said some nice things to her. She said, "Oh, very nice to meet you." Security, and they arrested him. Whatever. Guy snuck into Queen's bedroom. Michael Fagan, British citizen who intruded into Queen Elizabeth II's bedroom in 1982.
82, right.
You know how Wikipedia gives, if there's a name and then if you don't know what they're going to be famous for, like if they're an actor, it says in brackets actor.
Yeah.
He's got intruder brackets next to his name.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
So he was born in 48.
Yeah.
Okay, break-ins. First entry. What?
Wait, so the Queen's was the sequel.
I don't know. In July 82, Fagan intruded into Buckingham Palace.
Oh, okay.
He shimmied up a drain pipe and startled a housemaid who called security. He disappeared before guards arrived, who then disbelieved the housemaid's report. You're kidding me.
Wow.
Fagan said he then entered the palace through an unlocked window on the roof and wandered around for the next half hour while eating cheese and crackers.
Eating crackers on Buckingham Palace's roof.
This guy's a legend.
Yeah, wow.
2 alarms were tripped, but the police turned them off, believing they were faulty. See, this is the problem.
This is negligence.
And because no one ever breaks in, you think it's all a false alarm when it actually happens.
Yeah. Someone taps you on the shoulder, second day of working at Buckingham Palace, and go, bro, this is a pretty chill gig. No one's coming, all right? No one's coming in, all right?
Someone says, like when someone actually says, yeah, there's a guy in here, and you just don't believe her. What is she insane? Does she need to be committed to an institution?
Can she work here? If she's just, crazy, she can't work here. But the other thing is, like, it's a series of errors because they didn't believe the maid, first of all. And then the alarms tripped and they went, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine too. That could have been the guys who I saw. Yeah. Don't worry about it. No.
And it's surrounded by guards and security systems and other things, all clearly not working very well. Like, I don't know if this guy is a bloody mastermind. I don't know if he's some kind of Ocean's 11 type character.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 alarms were tripped, but the police turned them off, believing they were faulty. He viewed royal portraits and sat for some time on a throne.
Wow. Tick.
What a day.
Cheese and crackers on the roof, sitting on the throne. Holy shit.
He drank half a bottle of wine, became tired, and left.
What? No, he's done it before.
So that's the first one.
No way.
Second entry.
No.
So a week later, on the 9th of July. Oh, the first one was early July. And this is just what he says. Oh, no, but then, so you have the woman the housemaid evidence and the alarms that got set off.
Okay.
I'm sure they've proven that he was there. Then 7 a.m., 9 July, so about a week later.
Yeah, people were down at the pub with him, and now he said, I fucking got into Buckingham Palace last week, sat on the throne, ate crackers on the roof, drank some fucking whatever. And they're like, bullshit, mate, bullshit. That never happened. And he's like, I'll do it again. That's what's happened here, right?
Because he couldn't take a selfie. He didn't have a camera or anything, I bet.
He had no proof that he was there.
So he climbed a perimeter wall, which was topped with revolving spikes, whatever they are, and barbed wire, and climbed up a drain pipe.
Again.
Well done. An alarm sensor detected his movements, but police thought the alarm was faulty and silenced it. Why have the alarms?
Well, why have so many faulty ones?
I reckon these security guys are so lazy. Like this is what I'm worried about. Say we've never had to rely on the mutually assured destruction of the nuclear bombs, right? Say Russia launches a nuke and then all the US's one is supposed to just go up automatically, like almost without. We're going to assume it's a false alarm, okay? Because we've never had to rely on it. And why would you just sort of out of the blue, the alarm goes off, you'd go like, no, can that one.
That's just the someone's launched nuke alarm. Don't worry about that one. Turn that off.
I hope someone's checking those security systems a bit more than these ones.
No, or at least the truth is really scary, isn't it? Isn't it just all on a floppy disk kind of thing? It's all floppy disk tech.
Floppy disk tech. Oh, what is it? They're using floppy disk tech.
Yeah.
Because they're still on the old system.
Yeah, it can't be hacked or whatever. That's the concept, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's not... yeah, you're right. It has to be off the grid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It can't be ever. Those systems have never been connected to the internet.
No.
Because anyway. So Fagin wandered the corridors for several minutes before reaching the royal apartments. In an anteroom, Fagin broke a glass ashtray, cutting his hand.
Oh my God, what's he doing?
What's he doing in there? What was he even doing?
Breaking ashtrays, that's not on the tick list. That's not on the checklist.
He entered the bedroom of Queen Elizabeth II
Here we go.
at about 7:15 a.m. carrying a fragment of glass.
Oh my God, that's not a good look, bro.
Not a good look.
Not a good look.
Elizabeth woke when he disturbed.
Whoa. Just before you go on, it is not a good idea to even look like you could be glassing a monarch.
You don't want to get caught then and there, and you're like, I don't even know she's in that room. In his defense, he didn't know she was in there, is my understanding.
Why is he walking around with the shards of glass?
He was cleaning up.
He accidentally
he knocked over an ashtray, it broke, and he was just cleaning up the fragments.
No, put it down next to the other bit of the ashtray and then go into the bedroom of Queen Elizabeth II unarmed is my advice. Anyway, yeah, keep going.
Elizabeth woke when he disturbed a curtain, and initial reports said Fagin sat on the edge of her bed.
Oh, that's not a good look, bro.
However, in a 2012 interview, he said Elizabeth left the room immediately to seek security.
Okay,
as she would, really. You wouldn't entertain.
Oh boy, yeah. This story it's getting a bit worse now. All right, yeah. So she's obviously been uncomfortable. Gets out. Yep. Okay.
Mate, these guys need to take a look at themselves. Elizabeth phoned the palace switchboard twice for police, but none arrived.
Oh my God.
And so she used her bedside alarm bell.
So she went back into the room, or this is all in her room?
No, I assume this was in her room, but it says she left immediately, and then maybe she went back in and said, sorry, I'm just trying to
press the alarm.
I just need to press the alarm. He probably said, I understand.
Did he leave?
Elizabeth beckoned a housemaid in the corridor who asked who the intruder was and of her well-being. She was quickly dispatched to seek urgent help, being the woman that she spoke to. The duty footman, Paul Waybrew, who had been walking the Queen's dogs, arrived, followed by two policemen on palace duty who removed Fagin. The incident had happened as the armed police officer outside the royal bedroom came off duty before his placement arrived. Okay.
That's not a good time to go off early, 10 minutes early. It'll be all right. No one's coming in.
What are you getting paid for, right?
Yeah. Okay. So this guy's lucky that the headline wasn't "Man shot in Buckingham Palace" by the person who guards Queen Elizabeth II's bedroom, because that's essentially what should have happened. Especially if he's walking around with looking up to glass somebody,
Oh my God.
Not a good look. So he went to jail, right? So what happened to him?
Well, his actions at the time were a civil wrong rather than a criminal offence, and he was not charged with trespassing in the Queen's bedroom. He was charged with theft of the wine, but the charges were dropped when he was committed for psychiatric evaluation. His mother said, "He thinks so much of the Queen. I can imagine him just wanting to simply talk and say hello and discuss his problems." Okay. So he spent 3 months in a psychiatric hospital and then was released.
Okay. That's it.
Well, here we go. After the death of the Queen, Fagin told reporters that he had lit a candle in her memory at a local church. That's nice.
Nice. That's nice of him.
And he's also made an appearance on the Antiques Roadshow.
Has he? What, with the ashtray?
I don't say what he was on there for, but yeah, so...
What would they have done? Interviewed him? Oh, it's nice to see you. Aren't you the guy who broke into the... weren't you the guy who's looking to glass up the Queen? Isn't that you? Fucking hell! What a thing to be famous for. Are you that guy? Are you the intruder guy? Yeah, I am.
That's incredible. That is
That's
incredible,
nice.
isn't it? It's a little bit like, it reminds me of when you to be made a saint and you have to produce the first miracle
Mm,
to be blessed, and then the second miracle to be canonized. It's almost like the break-ins. You can't just break into Buckingham Palace once and be a legend.
right, you got to do it twice.
You got to do it twice.
Wow. So is he certified legend or is he certified criminal? A criminal.
Or the charges never stuck. So
Okay.
he's just a nutball.
Oh my god. So he's still alive, still cruising around, still giving tributes to the Queen.
74.
Wow. Hey, I was like you when I saw the Queen's box coffin thing, saw the crown on top, saw the scepter, saw the other thing, the hand grenade, the holy hand grenade. I think I know that one's meant to symbolize the religious aspect of it. Got the crown, the crown though. This crown thing.
What, the TV show or the actual
No,
crown
the
jewels?
Liz's crown. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty intense, man.
Looks heavy.
Yeah, it does. It does. That will go to Charles now, right? That's Charles's crown now.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
So is he
pretty.
going to have? He has a
epic.
ceremony, right? So he's had the proclamation, but does he have a proper?
I guess so.
The
Are they going to do? Are they going to?
coronation, right?
Yeah. Are they going to? They'll lower the crown onto his head like the movies, right?
I think they will.
Yeah. So the crown, right?
Yeah.
It's got a bunch of really rare stones in it, as you can imagine.
Yes.
There's this part of a bigger diamond which was cut by a previous king. That forms one of the biggest. I think it was for a while the biggest gem, rough diamond. Whatever.
Why did they cut it and not put the whole thing on?
I don't know. It must have been too big.
Too big. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
maybe there was diamonds in it. I don't know, because they broke it into a bunch of fragments. They were part of a larger diamond. I think it's 9 fragments of this thing. And a lot of it's in king's hands. This as far as I could tell, this South African, at the time, British colony, bought the diamond and planned to present it to the king, give it to him.
Okay.
As a token of the loyalty and attachment of the people of the Transvaal to His Majesty's throne and person. So they bought it, which was 150,000 squid, which is pounds.
Okay.
Which adjusted for today is about 16 million pounds.
Who were they? The
Transvaal colony, which was a government operating as a British colony. It was a British colony, I think.
Okay.
So they gave it to the king. The king went, smash it up, right? Let's have it. Let's have it in bits. And they had 9 major stones produced from it.
Okay.
And a bunch of other ones, right? Little diamonds. But the main big one, or the second big one, well, the main one, is in the state crown, the imperial state crown.
That's different from the crown jewels.
The crown, the imperial state crown is one of the crown jewels.
Oh.
The crown itself is one of the crown jewels.
Right. Okay. I didn't know it had a special name. I thought that was just the crown jewels. I always just associate the hat with it.
Yeah, but apparently it's all of them. It's the scepter, it's the holy hand grenade, it's the other bit, the wand.
Yes, the scepter. Yes.
Yeah, got a scepter, but it's got a bunch of these crazy stones in it, man. 2,901 precious stones in the crown.
2,000 what?
2,901 precious stones.
I wonder if that has some kind of significance. So it seems
What, the
like a very
2,000?
strange number.
It's probably more about the distribution because there's a diamond, a sapphire. So it's a very famous sapphire. And then there's the Stuart sapphire and the Black Prince's ruby, which is a big ass ruby. It's on the back, I think, or is that the front? I can't tell. Sometimes, yeah, that's the front. Big ass diamond on the front.
How many times do you reckon the Queen's worn the hat?
I don't know how often you wear it. Yeah, I don't know how often you're meant to wear it.
She could just wear it if she wanted, right? I mean, she can do whatever she wants. Does she have? She has the authority to, if she wants to put the hat on, walk around with the scepter, and hold the orb just on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when she was, like, let's say when she was 35, she has a big night with some friends, and she's just partying, and she's
Yeah.
like, let's crack out the crown jewels.
Oh yes, everyone would be like,
Put them on your
yes.
friends. You get photos
Yeah.
with them, or I guess you get a portrait done
Pop
of
the
them.
ring on. Yeah, you pop the ring on.
What's the ring?
You got a ring as well in the crown jewels.
Oh, really?
It's like a wedding ring, but it's not. It's called like it'll have one of those names like the king's ring or something, or something. It's about servitude. It's being married to.
Oh, the job.
Being married to the job.
Probably married to the church or something.
Yeah.
King Charles's coronation is expected to take place in 2023.
Okay, so they got a bit of time to plan that, plus a bit of time to mourn the death of Elizabeth II. Like, you don't want to start and do it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you got to have some time for the build-up, the media, the hype.
Yeah, get a bit of hype. And people are going to be ready for it, you know?
Yeah, I reckon they're going to do a lot of like slow-mo videos of him looking really cool, explosions in the background.
Oh, you reckon
haven't had
explosions in the
Yeah,
background?
they have to make them look good. Have you noticed this? There's a huge PR thing to make to smoothly pass the power. Like everyone just sort of, we've just grown up with Queen Elizabeth being the Queen of England.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
we've never known anything different.
We don't know anything different, and we just allow it because it's all. What are you going to do? It's like, you don't change the status quo. You don't go. We don't like. I don't just get to 20 years old or something and start thinking about it and going like, hold on, what the fuck is this? Right? It's because I'm like, it's been this way already for 50 years.
Yeah.
Who am I? Who am I to have a problem with it?
The other thing is, I guess, we always knew that Queen Elizabeth was going to die one day. And we all know how succession works in the throne environment.
Yeah.
So it's all laid out for you. Like, I just think it's still, it's somehow still surreal, even though all that happened was a 96-year-old lady died and then her son became king. It's not that hard to believe, really.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not hard to believe, but it's still weird when it happens.
Yeah, it's very weird. And like I was saying before about how I was really like enjoying this sort of traditional side of it, seeing because this was either tradition or things that she laid out to happen during that procession and the funeral and all that bit. And the test for me for most funerals in terms of the church part of it, right, is how long it takes for the priest to stop mentioning the Queen and start talking about the G-man, like about God.
Oh, the G-man.
So they say Queen Elizabeth, what a wonderful person, lived a very, great life, great lady, great to talk to, all that stuff. And then they go, for it is through God and all this sort of stuff. Like they start talking about someone else, at the funeral.
To move on.
Takes like 45 seconds in the Queen's funeral, which is I find a bit weird.
I'm surprised I didn't dwell on her a little bit more. But there's a big they're trying to shift all that authority and goodwill of the Queen to Charles.
Yeah, send it.
And he wants to receive it. He's there saying, "Yeah, I want to be loved like the Queen."
Yeah, but how weird for him. Like, he's had a lot of time to prepare for this.
So much time. And it's not like he has a choice. Oh, well, he does have a choice to an extent, but
True.
to an extent, it's also a big deal abdicating. It's like either way you're stuffed.
Yeah.
Either way you got to be that guy and say, I'm not doing it.
Abdicating kind of isn't enough anymore. Meaning, like, yeah, sure, like some people have called for it. They're like, he should just abdicate and give it straight to Will, right? And I'm like, no, he should abolish.
Cool.
Like, not abdicate, that's the real thing, right? Abdicating's just going, yeah, you guys do it.
I don't even know if he's allowed to abolish.
Don't know.
I think Parliament. I don't know.
No, man. No.
Dude,
If the king walked out tomorrow and he said, look, I've thought about it and shut it down. I've thought about it. Shut it down. And they go, but we can't. And he goes, well, I'm the king, so do it.
Yeah. I guess he can.
But that's the real power play. That's the big one.
That is a big one.
That's a big one.
That is huge.
That's history shit, That'd be history.
Okay. In our lifetime,
we're playing that game. Yeah.
Will the monarchy still exist in England? Or in the UK, should I say?
Probably. But if you want to push me for a hard yes or no, I'm going to lock in no.
Okay, yep. And
but I can almost guarantee you that Australia would be a republic in my lifetime.
Yeah, yep. I'm with you there. So we're going to see Charles die.
Yes.
Likely, based on age. We're going to see
probably
William die.
Really? No.
Yeah, well, he's older than us.
Oh, not really. Is he?
Is he 45 or something? He looks older than us. He's got that.
Okay, maybe I don't know. Okay. Are we around Harry's age, right? Is that right?
I think so. We're not younger than that little boy, though, that I saw walking down the aisle with his face.
He'll be king.
Yeah, what's his name?
Louis?
Louis.
Is that right?
What, short for Louis? King, or is it Louis? Like King Louis sounds like
French. Okay, so Prince Harry was born in 1984, so that's pretty close. That's about as close as we're going to get to age-wise. But I've looked at this before because he's not really in the running.
I reckon we should just make being the king of England a bit like winning the lottery, where someone dies and they go spin it up, or maybe you don't have to die. Maybe you get it for your king for a year or two, or maybe a bit longer. I think you need probably like 10 years. Like, it's a serious obligation. So you buy a ticket in this thing. I don't think they have a lot of power anymore. I don't think they just get lots of money from the government, I think, and they're supposed to do PR and stuff. But other than that, I think they just hang out.
Yeah.
And if you win, you get 10 years in the hot seat.
Is that a good idea though?
Probably not. But at least they want it because they're buying a ticket, right? Whereas the people that were born into it, they don't even get the choice. God told them to be born there.
You could make it clear if you wanted to be like, look, I'm not into it. And it was George, by the way. It's not even Louis.
Oh, Georgie boy.
George.
There's this English dude with a sweet beard that I think should be king. I don't know what his name is, but he has the Beard Meets Food YouTube channel.
Okay.
And
You think he's good? You think he's got king qualities?
well, from what I've seen in his videos, he's
Yeah. What does he
always
do?
very nice to all the people he talks to.
Yeah.
He's really down to earth. They all really like him.
Okay. He sounds. Yep.
He goes around to restaurants that offer eating challenges, and he tries to do them and films himself.
I'm guessing he's good at eating.
Oh, he's on the circuit. He's in the top 15 in the world.
Oh, okay. And this is his side gig.
Yeah. And I think he does quite well. Like, gets over 1 million views every video, it seems.
Yeah. And so these challenges are: you go in the place, they say you can't finish our death meal, right? And it's $58 or whatever. And if you finish it in 45 minutes, you don't have to pay for it, and you get a T-shirt and your name's on the wall.
Exactly.
And he just wants to go around and get his name on the wall in as many of these places as he can.
Yeah, but what's crazy is most of the places he goes to, I've seen about maybe 6 of the videos. Oh, maybe 10. Not 10, around that mark. More than 5, less than 10.
Yeah. So you're just getting like a lot of suggestions on your YouTube page about other eating people. Like, you're getting hammered by people. Like, there's just food everywhere on your homepage. Is that right?
Mainly his, actually. I don't get too many of other people's. I used to watch Matt Stoney, who was a professional eater who won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest one year. But I didn't really like his videos that much. I hadn't seen too many. He seemed like a bit of a douchebag. This guy seems really genuine and nice. I just like it's short videos, about 10 minutes. I like the format of them. And the eating challenges he does, generally they'll say 50 people. Like, a lot of the ones, so of the maybe 6 I've seen, only one of them has anyone else ever finished. So he is completing eating challenges that have never been completed.
He's going after the dragons.
He is. He's slaying dragons. So he doesn't always. He sometimes just does things that people like message in or whatever. So he did one I watched the other day was Paddy the Baddie's McDonald's Cheat Day Challenge.
Okay.
And that is actually absurd. So what happens is someone messages in and says, hey, watch this video of Paddy the Baddie. And he will be saying, yeah, on my cheat day, I get, blah, 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 blah. And he didn't actually, this one's like, he doesn't specify exactly what he gets, but he says he spends around 50 quid. And he goes, well, he says he likes big burgers and he gets 3 large meals. So I got this large meal, and this large meal. He says he gets, X, Y, Z. And because he doesn't know the exact numbers, he just goes, I'm assuming I got a lot of them.
Yeah, and for this bit of context, Paddy the Baddie is a UFC fighter who, like, has a thing after fights. He puts on shitloads of weight in the next few weeks because he just parties really hard after he's done fight camp, cutting weight the whole time.
Oh, does he? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Paddy the Baddie blows up in between. It's really funny. There's a lot of memes about it. But no, he's great. Love him. He's a legend.
He seems pretty popular. I didn't realize I've seen fat photos of him, but I didn't really understand the context.
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if some of those are doctored because it sometimes looks weird. But no, they're probably not. He just likes to get on it.
Well, so I've watched, as I said, a certain amount of videos of this guy, and he seems pretty impressive. And I didn't know how he compares to a professional. I did know he's on the professional circuit, but I didn't know how good. So I watched the Beard at the 2019 World Croqueta Championships in Florida.
Oh my God. Okay.
I think he came 4th in that, and I think a lot of the top guys were there.
And what are they doing? What are they eating?
A croqueta is, I think, or they said to me, is some kind of like potato-y, sort of like a big potato gem with ham, cheese, and I'd like, I don't know, breadcrumbs or something around it, and it's deep fried.
Okay.
And
Jesus.
because the video is this Beard Meat Food guy's video, it's obviously mainly centered around him. And before the contest, he's talking to some of the other competitors, like Joey Chestnut was there. Have you heard of Joey Chestnut?
Oh, have I? Oh man, that guy eats. Wait, I've never heard of him.
Oh man, we'll get to Joey Chestnut. He's one of the few guys I know. He's one of the few guys I know.
Oh, okay.
And I know Kobayashi as well, but he's I'll get into him as well. He doesn't compete anymore, but they're famous. Those two are pretty famous. And Matt Stoney wasn't there. He's the only other guy I know, but he got mentioned. I don't think the beard likes Matt Stoney because he kind of ripped him once or twice in there. So I think they're both big YouTubers.
Okay.
And they might not like each other.
Bit of rivalry.
Bit of rivalry, yeah. But the video, as I said, is mainly centered around this beard fellow. And so I don't know how he's going relative to the other contestants. They have like 8 minutes. They have a set amount of time. This one I think was 8 minutes, and they have these like containers full of croquettes, and they just have to eat as many as possible. And then they tally them up at the end, and they have the results.
It does sound very exciting.
This beard guy is ferocious, right? Ferociously eating these things. I'm like, no one could be eating faster than this man. I was like, I must be watching the champion. Croqueta man. And so I'm like waiting for the results. He finishes 4th with, I think it was 102 or something like that.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut did 185.
Okay. So clear winner.
Yeah. I think it was something around that. It was like, it was nearly twice as many as the beard ate. And he's a professional eater who can eat like crazy. Do you know how good that is?
When you're a professional eater, sometimes you wake up, some days you're feeling a bit off, some days your prep wasn't there. I don't know what you have to do to prep, but it's funny because like you'd think that like eating was the training, right? But you might need to prime yourself for the day.
They train crazy. So they use milk and water to stretch their stomach.
Oh.
So
cool.
You haven't heard of Joey Chestnut before?
Why would I?
Because he's actually super famous. He has, I've got his Wikipedia here. He's won. So Nathan's hot dog eating contest is the biggest eating contest there is. Okay?
It's the biggest in the world. Biggest in the world. Okay.
In the world. That's the one. That's the premier event. He has won that 15 times.
That sounds like a lot of times. Sounds like he's been doing it for a while.
Yes, well, he has. And the only guy that ever beat him was Matt Stoney in 2015. So like you're saying, he just had an off day or something. I don't know how that – I actually don't know exactly how that came about.
Choked. Not literally.
But let me read you some of the – so this – not literally. So he won that first in 2007, and he's still the reigning champion to 2022.
Reigning defending. Here we go.
But he has the craziest record if you go to his Wikipedia of winning things. Like he just never loses. I'd like to see his actual, if they just had a record of how many times he's won stuff. But he just keeps eating more and more hot dogs this contest each year and breaks his own world record. No one can get
That's crazy. So the format's the same every year and he keeps smashing it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what it is. Like if I just scan through this, 2007 won the Wing Bowl 45.
The Wing Bowl 45?
A Philadelphia event. He ate 182 chicken wings in 30 minutes, becoming a Wing Bowl champion and record holder. And then there was this famous thing is Kobayashi had won the Nathan's hot dog eating contest for 6 years straight before Joey Chestnut came along.
Oh, so he toppled like a dominant king.
He did, but it wasn't exactly the way you'd think it. Kobayashi, for some reason there was a contractual dispute with Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah, it's the most prestigious event.
Kobayashi, he wanted to get paid because he's the 6-time champion.
He's the 6th time.
He was the 6-time champion. I think they weren't going to pay him what he thought he was worth.
Oh man, if you want me to eat hot dogs, you're gonna have to bring more buns.
And then Joey Chestnut, though, they have gone head to head a couple of times. I can't read all this right now, but they've gone head to head a couple of times, and Chestnut has generally beaten him. But since then, he turned up at one of the events and everyone was chanting like, "Let him eat."
Oh, that's the only chant they know is the "Let him eat" chant and the "eat" chant, which is just saying the word "eat."
Let me rip through some of these things I can see on here. 2008, he ate 78 matzo balls during Kenny and Ziggy's World Matzo Ball Eating Championship in Houston. 2008, Chestnut set a new male record at the Big Texan Steak Ranch restaurant in Amarillo, Texas, by eating a 2-kilo ribeye, steak, salad, baked potato, shrimp cocktail, and roll in just 8 minutes. What's he done? He has consumed 2008 as well, 45 slices of pizza, winning the famous Familiar World Pizza Eating Championship held in Times Square in New York. 2008, he consumed 4.8 kilograms of macaroni and cheese in 7 minutes during halftime at the San Jose Stealth lacrosse game.
Oh my God. Come on. The list is dwindling a little bit when you're just talking about halftime at the lacrosse.
That was a world record.
Oh my God. Well, why didn't you say that first?
2009, Chestnut toppled his previous record of 59. What's a HDB? HDB. It must be a hot dog buns.
Yeah. HDBs.
So he beat his 59 HDBs by consuming 68 HDBs this is in Nathan's hot dog eating contest. So that was the current record.
Oh,
here we go. In 2009, Chestnut lost to Kobayashi in Crystal Square Off-World Hamburger Eating Championship. He ate 81 hamburgers. Kobayashi ate 93. That's a smashing.
Yeah, he got him in a burger eating contest.
Got him, yeah. So he's more the hot dog man.
Yeah, he's a bit of a hot dog main.
2010, Chestnut won shrimp wontons eating in Singapore. Chestnut ate 380 wontons in 8 minutes to set a new world record.
I'm not putting shit on Joey Chestnut, but we've dedicated less time to like people who walked on the moon.
I didn't know, his name.
Joey Chestnut.
No, I knew Joey Chestnut.
You don't know his real name?
No, that's his real name. Remember how I was calling the first man that walked on the moon Buzz Aldrin?
Well, you didn't know which one it was, which shocked me because you're a space guy. And then, the point was nobody knew who the third guy was, but you didn't even know the first guy for a while there. I was so worried, man. You know about like neutrinos. I don't even know what that word means, but you know about them. You don't know about the guy that walked on the moon first?
Just scanning through a couple of things here. Oh, there was a free Kobayashi hashtag.
Let him eat.
Basically. He's broken the world record for hot dogs a whole number of times. It just goes on and on and on.
So you think he's peaked yet, or you think he's still yet to peak?
Well, he's gone down. Last year, he only ate 63 hot dogs to win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, whereas the year before he ate 76, and the year before that 75, year before that 71. So it's like his worst performance in
5 years.
Since 2015.
In 7 years. Wow. All right, well, we wish him the best of luck, though, in his upcoming eating championships. Yeah? Bring home the gold. Get a world record.
I fear that man.
Have you ever done an eating challenge, though?
I think I ate I think I was in like a spaghetti eating contest when I was 8 or something.
Oh, really? At school?
I think it was in pre-primary, actually. So maybe I was 5.
Wasn't a pro spaghetti eating.
Oh no, I wasn't taking on the big boys. No, just my peers.
Do you have any memory of it? Did you win?
No, I don't know. And to tell you the truth, I have a funny feeling that may have happened to my brother.
Right. It's one
And
of
I
those
just,
got
it's
a
one of those
memory.
stories that gets told and then you're like, wait, I don't really remember it. Is that like, were we talking about like, did I do that in pre-primary or did he do that? Yeah.
There's certain stories that I've got from like those sort of years where I honestly don't know if I just know the story, but I definitely don't have a memory.
Yeah. What's one of those?
There's like a really old one, which is me and a bloke climbed over the fence at pre-primary, like
Yeah.
preschool, and bounced. We just left
Oh, when?
pre-primary, like
You
they're like
wagged pre-primary.
we've climbed a fence or whatever and got out.
Where did you go?
Nowhere. This is the thing. The only like, dude, the story could literally be we climbed halfway up the fence and then jumped off the fence. Do you know what I mean? That's how little I know about this.
Right. Okay.
It's like when you barely even remember the story. So now the memory of the story is old and it's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
But in terms of early memories, like I wouldn't even count that as one because I don't remember it at all. Just the story. But no, there is a story that sticks out though. I remember one day because I was with the same guy that from the pre-primary story.
Yeah.
We were friends in like year one and stuff, I think, but we were still friends. And he came over my house one day and we were playing in the backyard. We were on the trampoline and we were practicing front flips.
Cool.
So we'd do a run up, jump onto the trampoline because my folks had an in the ground trampoline.
Oh, yes.
So you can do run ups. You can actually run up to it and it's like buried in the ground with like, garden around it and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we did run ups, front flip. And then we worked it out, right? We worked out the front flip. So we did that all day, front flips.
You could both do front flips.
Yeah, we both figured out front flips that day.
Did you ever
so
try
we
and
did
do synchronized front flipping?
No. It was one at a time.
Sounds dangerous because if you both do it, you could get a double bounce situation.
Dude, you get kicked in the head.
Yeah.
And I probably would have been fine. You think about this stuff that you used to do as a kid and you'd be like, I wouldn't do that now. Like we used to film a lot of stuff in my later years, we used to jump off the roof backwards so that we could reverse the footage so we're jumping onto the roof, right?
That's forward thinking.
So we jump backwards off the roof onto the ground and then try and do a little roll. And I look at that now and go, I'm not doing that. And I'm taller now. It's less of a fall.
So you jump backwards off the roof.
Yeah.
And then you do a roll. So it's like you roll up to the roll up to the wall and then jump up.
Yeah. But you could cut that bit early. So it's just you at the point where you're jumping, doing the jump. You wouldn't have to include the roll. And extra points if you could stick the landing so that you get a cool jump. But that just hurts. Jumping off the roof onto your legs, that hurts.
Yeah, backwards.
It's terrible.
I'm surprised.
Anyway,
I'm surprised there isn't a backflip mode on this.
No backflips, just the hot dance moves. So we worked out front flips. We were front flipping all day. Okay. I woke up the next day. It was a school day, and I climbed out of bed, and I put my legs on the ground, and I fell straight to the ground. Okay, and I had a problem, right? And I've called out to my parents. I've said, "There's something wrong. There's something wrong," right?
Yeah. See,
my adult brain processes this a lot differently to my child brain. So Dad's come into the room. I said, I can't walk. He said, all right, okay. So he puts me in a pram. Elliot's my younger brother's. He put me in my younger brother's pram, right? Yeah. And wheeled me into the living room area and sort of presented me, I guess. And here he is. That His Majesty has arrived, kind of thing.
So you were about like 9 or 10 or something?
7.
7, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I said, I don't know what's going on, but I can't walk. And Mum said, that's okay. You just stay home today from school, right? It wasn't like you'd just go,
Were
if
your
that was
muscles
me,
sore? Were your muscles sore? What was actually going on?
I had a virus.
Oh, so it wasn't muscle fatigue.
No,
It
no,
wasn't like
no,
you've
no,
run
no,
80
no, no,
kilometers. So you were just
no.
just going for sympathy from the parents.
No. I couldn't walk because I had a virus of the leg.
A virus of the leg. What the
This
hell?
is how the child brain was
Oh,
processing it. I had a leg virus, dude. I don't know how I got it, but I got a leg virus.
all in your head.
No. The adult brain says that you isolated some muscles that you never use and you fucked up. Like you went hard. You went hard on the front flips all day. I wasn't even thinking about that back then. I was just like, can't walk. What's going on?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that I could like mess myself up like that to the point where I couldn't walk the next day, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible
Yeah.
until then. But I didn't think that was what happened. I just thought something was wrong, right? I remember I watched, Jerry Springer, which is what you do when you're at home for the day. Is that what you did?
Some occasionally.
Like a sick day from school. What else is on at midday?
I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Jerry Springer. I don't know
Man,
what I did.
switch it on next time. That's great fun. So you watch a bit of that. Then I was like, I had to go to the toilet.
Oh no!
So
You're still in the. Can you wheel the pram like a wheelchair?
I'm not in the pram still. I'm on the couch chilling.
okay.
I'm chilling.
You're still in the pram.
No,
Should have
I'm
stayed in
fine.
it. Should have been mobile in the pram.
I wheel myself. No, the pram was really uncomfortable because it was tiny. So I had to crawl to the toilet and push myself onto like getting into a spot where I could like just take a piss. Did it. Got back to the couch. I think the next day I was fine. I don't remember when I started walking again because I would love to be able to tell you about that moment when I realized that I was okay and but I can't remember that. The moment where I started walking again, it would have felt like, oh my God, I'm okay. Like that would have been a huge thing.
And that was the last time you exercised?
Yeah. It's Scar. There you go. You just found it. Yeah, you found it.
You're trying to avoid getting leg viruses.
Yeah. Well, I'm succeeding. Haven't had a leg virus since.
You've been walking ever since. Fine. But have you front flipped again?
Yeah. I front flipped a lot in my younger years. I definitely did my fill of front flips because it didn't deter me from front flipping. You think it deterred me from front flipping? No, man. I would have been back on the tramp as soon as I could doing front flips because back then I didn't even realize that was exactly what it was that did it. I would have been fine.
I'm surprised you didn't become a gymnast. I'm surprised this wasn't a bit of a gateway. Like once you flip once.
No, because I did go to gymnast school.
Did you?
The first, yeah. And the first day they said, you're going to get a leg virus on your first lesson. Like you'll get leg viruses, everybody here. And I walked out. I'm not having a bar of it.
You're too smart for that.
I'm not going to willingly paralyze myself temporarily.
And you don't need professional training. You taught yourself how to front flip.
Yeah. There was no YouTube back then. Are you one of those guys that can do a backflip into a pool?
It's been a while.
But you've done
it. Yeah, I've done it, but I don't like it.
It's a bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to get enough because I think we've all had that moment where you don't get enough distance.
Yeah. And your head hits the side, or that's the fear at least.
Yeah, or you kind of. I've had a couple of close calls.
Yeah.
And I think all I need is a couple of close calls, and I don't think I get enough rotation to really feel like I'm doing a backflip either. So I'm kind of like sort of belly flopping a little bit.
Yeah, you're not getting a full rotation.
Yeah,
I used to give my poor grandmother fucking heart attacks, man, when she'd watch us when we'd swim. Like, because we used to do fucked up shit like in front of her because like we wanted her to freak out. Like that was
you're trying to. She doesn't know, but you're trying to.
Like we're doing things that we deem completely safe, But she, as a grown woman who knows her way around the universe, knows that what we're doing is incredibly unsafe, and would, sort of yell, a phrase like, she'd go, "I'm a mini," like she'd yell that, right? And she'd get upset, right? And what we'd be doing,
yeah, what?
so what we'd do is we'd be in the shallow end, right? We'd
Yeah.
get out of the pool and do these really deep dives, like you're trying to get to the bottom of the
Oh, yeah.
ocean
So you jump
dives.
up
These
in the air and
really
yeah,
big deep dives that we
yeah,
used to call. We used to call them deep dives in the shallow end, right? And they're just the scariest thing ever. It's just plunging yourself into the bottom of the pool. That's the aim of the game.
yeah.
Not to hurt yourself. You know
No,
exactly what you're
no.
doing. You're
Yeah, yeah,
rolling and you're hitting it with your like shoulder. So
yeah.
it's not painful. And I've never fucked it up. Like I've never face planted into the bottom of the pool. That's why I thought it was safe, right? She didn't agree, but it used to, like, I don't know why we did it. We're just idiot kids, running around being silly.
Yeah, I'm sure either your kids or someone's kids, young people, will try and freak you out when you're an old man one day.
Well, it's going to work because I'm as the generations go on, I reckon it just becomes a bit more like you're not exposed to as much hardship as the generations have gone on, if that makes any sense.
Have you seen people do shallow dives? They basically try and belly flop from the highest
Yeah, what are they
height
doing? Yeah, they're just
into the least amount of water.
yeah, they do them into like buckets.
Yeah, yeah. This
Yeah,
guy
it's
called
scary as fuck.
Professor Splash has the world record, diving 10.3 meters into a pool of water 30 centimeters deep.
That's fucked up.
And he just belly flops.
30
like
centimeters
crazy.
is not. No.
Yeah, he just
No,
barely. He does.
No, he didn't.
He lands flat. He lands
Yeah,
completely flat.
but if you fuck it up, you're dead.
There's a video of it.
Oh my god! Him jumping into a bucket.
Well, it's not a bucket. It's 30 centimeters of water, but
it's 30
spread
centimeter
over
pool
like a
water.
bathtub. Yeah. Diving. I'll watch that later. Looks dramatic.
He should just calm down a bit. That's my advice.
Imagine if his grandma was watching that.
Oh, she'd hate it.
That's probably why he did it.
Yeah, it's probably how he got into it. In other news, because I was trying to wonder if anything else actually happened besides the Queen's funeral in the last week, but it turns out stuff did happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Grand Theft Auto 6 got leaked.
I saw that. That's real.
That's big news, man. Yeah, you wouldn't.
I was wondering whether that was clickbait or what.
Nah, that's real. So Rockstar got hacked by a pretty active hacker, I guess you'd say. He's the guy who claims to have hacked Uber a couple of weeks ago or something. So he's got a bit of a rep, I guess. And so he's hacked Rockstar, grabbed a whole bunch of videos, like early gameplay, alpha testing stuff. Plus, he says he's got the source code to GTA 5 and 6.
Source code?
Yeah.
So that's the game itself that...
Yeah.
Okay. And 6?
I guess where 6 is at, maybe.
Right, okay.
I don't know. There's probably a few holes here and there in the story, but there was apparently a guy that got scammed because he tried to buy the source code for $100,000 in Bitcoin or something, and apparently it wasn't the guy.
Oh no!
So I think there was a bit of a scam there as well, but it's a big deal for them, man. They're pretty cut up about it.
Well, Rockstar would be, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're quite upset.
Yeah, because you don't want that product out there on their terms. They want to put it out on their own terms.
Yeah, and it's been a long time between games because GTA 5 was released in 2013 or something. That's a long time between their primary sort of game, the one that they're sort of known for.
It's been that long, has it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And to give you a brief history of that, I've been a Rockstar Games guy for ages because every game they made pretty much was the best game I'd ever played up until that point. Every time.
Do they only have GTA?
Nah, so GTA 3 would have been the best game I'd ever played at some point in my life. Played a lot of that game. Then Vice City, played a lot of that game. That was pretty much the same game, though. San Andreas, definitely the best game I'd ever played until that point. GTA 4, same story. Like, it's the best game. You know, you just go, wow, it's just the new best game. Then they did Red Dead Redemption, the Western version of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Massive smash hit. Loved it. Best game I'd ever played. Then Grand Theft Auto 5, best game I'd ever played. Then Red Dead Redemption 2, best game I've ever played. So
they're on fire. They're like the Joey Chestnut of games.
They can do no wrong, basically. Meaning, if they release GTA 6 tomorrow, I'm buying it, and it'll probably
when's it get released? Not for ages.
Not for ages, because nowadays, if you see a trailer for something, just plus 2 years. So every day that goes by is another day plus 2 years. At least that's how I look at it.
Right.
They spend a lot to like market it, so they'll take their time.
Oh, they probably spend as much on marketing it than actually
making it.
Yeah, making it. I mean, isn't that the same with movies? They spend the same amount. Weren't you telling me that?
Yeah. So when you see a cost of a movie, the budget, I think you can double it, and then that's the actual cost.
Yeah. That's I need a game, so maybe I can look forward to that.
What, Grand Theft Auto 6? I think it'll be great. What one of the things they'd be annoyed about is that some of the footage is time stamped. So meaning that they know what year it was where the footage was created. Therefore, it's early parts of development. Like they might be 7 years ahead of that. So they might say, if people are saying, "Oh, it looks shit," or "It looks really rubbish," or "The animations look crap," or whatever, they're not looking at a finished product. They're looking at like something which was in early development or something. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
So they're bummed about this whole thing, and they're actively taking down YouTube videos that have the gameplay footage in them and stuff like that. And that's how you know that it's legit. So GTA 6 leaks have been going on for years. None of them have been legit, more or less, until now, because the parent company, Take-Two, didn't go after any of these guys because it was bullshit. So they're only going to go after it if it's like really what it is, and that's them admitting it too, that this is what it is. Yeah. So they're quite fucked off, I'd imagine.
And they would have said some stuff about it, right? They would have said like,
yeah, they made a statement. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They've been hacked and shit. Really bummed.
Spewing.
But the guy initially said, like, I'm willing to talk to Rockstar and Take-Two and stuff and have a chat about what, you know. Oh, good. Make the game.
Man, do you remember that guy? Someone reminded me of this the other day. The guy who, I mean, everyone knows the story. The guy who traded a red paperclip into a house.
Yeah, he started with a paperclip, made a shitload of trades, ended up with a house. Yeah,
it's quite unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. The barter system in full effect, isn't it?
But that's sort of what I find peculiar. Someone says that there's a website called like Red Paperclip or something where he sort of outlines his, you know, it wasn't that even that many trades. I think it was something like, you know.
There is a financial lesson though in his book. There's a very
he has a book.
Well, the book is. I imagine there's a book.
Oh yeah. So he's probably made more money from the book and the website. I can't find the website.
But you know what my financial advice is to everybody? It's easy.
Buy low, sell high.
Never, ever buy a red paperclip off anybody.
Do you reckon? Was it
That is a mug's game to buy a red paperclip. Like, you're getting dicked, dude. You're getting dicked.
But what happens if you swap something for a red paperclip?
Yeah, you've traded down.
But what happens if you want a red paperclip because you have some papers, and then you have something in your house that you've got two of, so you don't need the other one, and so you give that to someone for the red paperclip because you need the red paperclip.
Yeah, but you know that if you've got a use for it, great. But that is literally the lowest form of it's like I'd give you all the red paper clips that you could want.
I don't even have a red paperclip.
No, but I'll be driving off in a really flash car, and you'll be happy, but you'll just have the paper clips. Don't buy paper clips, all right?
There's a red paperclip sculpture in Kipling as a monument of the series of trades made by McDonald. I assume his name was McDonald. Yeah, his name was Kyle McDonald.
Yeah. Trading up.
Only took him 1 year, it seems, from July 2005 to July 2006.
Wow.
But see, this is what you
still tell me how many trades it is.
It says it looks like it's 14 on here.
What?
Yeah, see, there was a quantum leap trade in there somewhere. So
someone's gone like, hey, I've got a staple. And he's like, yeah, what do you want for it? And he's like, a truck. And he's like, okay.
See, I don't think the red paperclip trading the red paperclip's the problem. It was probably one of the other trades in here.
So here we go. I've got it here. He went to Vancouver, traded the paperclip for a fish-shaped pen. Good trade. Well done.
For who?
What? A fish-shaped pen.
Yeah, but this is my point, right? The other guy might have had two fish-shaped pens.
Yeah.
And he may have had some papers that he needed clipped.
Yeah.
So it would be a good trade for him to swap a fish-shaped pen for a red paperclip.
Sure. He then traded the same pen, same day, for a hand-sculpted doorknob.
Oh, see, a hand-sculpted doorknob, there's a bit in that. That's a one-off.
So what, you reckon he traded up heavy when he went from pen to the hand-sculpted doorknob? I'm with you. That's an artisan's job.
I'm not saying that is a huge trade-up monetary-wise.
It would be from paperclip to pen in the same day. You went paperclip to hand-sculpted doorknob in the first day.
I know. Hand-sculpted doorknob, pretty big. Okay,
he travelled with a friend to trade the doorknob for a camp stove with fuel. So a camp stove with fuel for a fish-shaped pen, in 2 days. Hello? Or no, it's like a week and a bit later. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He then went to California, traded the camp stove for a Honda generator. A generator.
See,
that's a generator for a pen.
Yeah. But let's just but it's really a generator for a camp stove with fuel.
Yeah.
I mean, a generator seems like what is a Honda generator? Seems like a fantastic. See, that's a machine, right? A camp stove with fuel is like caveman stuff. We've gone from caveman to 21st century electrified man.
I know. All right, so he's traded the generator now for an instant party, which I assume means everyone gathers around really and has a bit of a jig, which is an empty keg. So he traded the generator for an empty keg, and IOU for filling the keg with beer of the bearer's choice, and a neon Budweiser sign.
Oh, because you're not partying unless there's a neon Budweiser sign.
Yeah, so he got all of that stuff.
Well, that's an instant party.
Okay.
Well, the IOU, so is that from the guy that you bought it from? I wouldn't trust him. He gave you an empty keg and an IOU for filling it up. So then you say, hey, I'm ready for my party.
Yeah, yeah. I hope he followed through and gave him the beer of choice.
Or you just trade it on with the IOU and hope that that person's party fails.
I'm sure it's very official for IOU with signatures and stuff on it, so don't be too worried about that. This is where the story's getting bullshit, my friend. A month later, he traded the instant party, which is the empty keg, to a Quebec comedian and radio personality for a Ski-Doo snowmobile.
See, an empty keg for a snowmobile.
This is getting ridiculous.
That's bigger than the going from the camp stove to the generator.
Oh my God. It gets a bit silly, man.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, you want me to? Yeah. So, okay. So he traded the snowmobile for a 2-person trip to British Columbia.
Okay.
On about a month later, he traded the second spot. So he's still got one spot for a box truck. So he's got a truck now.
Jeez, that seems...
And a trip to British Columbia.
Wow.
This is where it gets a bit weird. He then traded the box truck for a recording contract with Metalworks, which is a recording studio.
I could see someone wanting that.
He traded the contract to a person for a year's rent in Phoenix, Arizona. He traded the year's rent in Phoenix with Arizona for one afternoon with Alice Cooper. He traded the one afternoon with Alice Cooper, and this has got to hurt old Alice Cooper. I know it's probably water off a duck's back for him, but his afternoon with Alice Cooper got traded for a motorized Kiss snow globe. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Okay.
Surely that sounds like a trade down.
It does sound like a trade down, doesn't
it? You've built up all this way, and you're with Alice Cooper now, having an afternoon. Yeah. You could have lived for a year in Arizona if you wanted, and then you get a motorized snow globe. It seems like worse than a generator.
Maybe he's just a massive Kiss fan. I don't know.
I reckon he could have gone from handcrafted doorknob to motorized snow globe if he wanted. He could have done this in 4 trades.
I think he just got itchy and wanted to trade something. He was like, fuck it, I'm just going to keep trading. So then he traded the snow globe for a role in the film Donna on Demand, which is a movie with, funnily enough, a snow globe on the cover of the movie. But it's a direct-to-video dark comedy, all right? So then he traded the movie role for a 2-story farmhouse in Kipling. So that's how he did it. That was the last one. He traded a movie role for a house. So if someone said, I'm trading a movie role for a house, I'd be like, how?
Man, it's a desperate actor. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's wild though.
And actors can be pretty nutty.
I think he got a really good deal on the snow globe, on the snowmobile thing, and I think he got a bit of a snow obsession after that, or maybe a Kiss obsession. But he really went a bit whack in the last few ones there.
It doesn't really sound legit, does it?
It's not as fishy. Dude, if you said how many trades to get from paperclip to house, I'd say it's millions of trades. No, maybe 100,000 trades at the very least. Maybe not 100,000. Maybe 1,000 trades.
Wouldn't there be heaps of stories like this?
Well, of course, he would have started a movement. Other people would have done the same thing. I came across a guy in a game once who had a YouTube channel where he was trading up, and at this point he was rocking around in, I don't know, like probably had a few nice pairs of sneakers. You know what I mean? Trading up.
Yeah, I once traded I had some shoes that had a little bit of spray of vomit on them. I may have drunk too much sometime and vomited, and a little bit of splashback got on my white shoes, and they'd seen a bit of wear. I was in Africa, and I traded my shoes near the end of my trip for a hand carved wooden buffalo, which I gave to my brother.
Wow.
What I should have done is continued trading that, because I was on a roll at that point.
Well, you had the knob. You were at the handcrafted knob stage.
I reckon it was better than the knob. This thing is quite nice.
Yeah, but hear me out. It's the Coleman camp stove with fuel. Next.
Yeah.
Shoes, sculpture, camp stove. What was the next one? Something else cooking related, right? No, the generator,
And then at some point,
snowmobile.
snowmobile.
Boom.
Snowmobile. And then
It's
you get
that
the snow
easy,
globe
guys.
eventually.
It's
Yeah.
that easy. It's that easy. And you'll end up with a really weird glam rock 80s band motorized snow globe at some point. Yeah. But if you get to that point, guys, where you've got the Kiss motorized snow globe or the Afternoon with Alice Cooper, and you're at that point, yeah, you're two trades away from a house.
Keep going.
You got this.
Push. I needed a mentor. I needed a trading mentor. Like, don't stop when you're winning.
When you're ahead, yeah.
Keep going. You can do it. You can get a house.
You can get a house from a paperclip.
Maybe I can get that wooden buffalo back off my brother. See, this is the problem. I then gave the thing away.
Nah, you fucked it. Nah.
What I need to
giving
do
it away.
is trade that to my brother for something of value.
Hey, that bottle of miracle water, the holy water, would be traded.
Wow.
Could be traded.
Trade value.
Quite, you get a good trade on that.
Trade bait.
It's trade bait.
Are there trading websites? Because this is bizarre. Like trading things for things it's different, because when you take money out of the equation and you're just trading one item for another, people value them differently.
Yep.
So you can get.
But like you said before, if you just want a red paperclip and they wanted a stapler, and you just went, all right.
What you do is you need to identify value. And you trading for something that is just better value, but you don't need.
Yeah, because you don't really want to get attached to these things because they're going to have to be traded. You're not getting stuff that you want. You're just getting stuff that's monetarily better than the last thing.
This is probably a series of 14 trades where they all worked out for him. He's probably traded down, or not, he's probably tried this a million times, and he's probably got all these other items that he's traded. His house is full of junk.
Yeah.
This house he's got is just full of junk. All these items that he's like, oh, what can I do with this? I've got a golden bear, and I need to, I traded a houseboat for it, and I want to get an M16 because I know they're really popular around here.
Yeah.
And he's chasing the dragon now for trades.
Well, yeah, no, but he didn't try to trade the house, did he?
Yeah, he's a smart man.
Why is he? Is he? Maybe he could have got a better snow globe.
A better
trade the house for a way better snow globe.
He could get a live-in snow globe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're in Alaska all the time. So are there websites that you can trade items? Because when you type in trade website, you're getting
you're getting everything.
You're getting everything. You're getting all the trading. So I want
you want like a barter trade.
Is that what I want?
No, but you're not going to find this on the internet. You're just going to find it walking around, right? He did. He was just cruising around Canada.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
No, I think he was using a website. Around. I think he was using a website.
Maybe he was using a website, but he was just cruising around Canada. It was all in Canada, right?
Yeah. Trade items.
He got so lucky. The pen for the hand sculpted doorknob. That's the first jump. Then they're all big jumps from there, man. He held on to things. He wasn't trading every day. He'd go a month without trading. He wouldn't give a shit. He didn't need no trade. He wanted the best trade all the time. And that's another lesson. Write that down. The Kiss motorized snow globe, few steps from house. And don't trade a lot. Yeah, just trade really well. There you go.
So that's the problem. When you say to someone, buy low, sell high,
yeah,
that's because it's easy to know what low and high is because it's all money, right? Buying and selling is like, whereas if you say sell better,
yeah,
it's more subjective.
No, but I'm just saying, instead of getting a hand sculpted doorknob to a slightly better hand sculpted doorknob, wait for that Coleman camp stove trade to come up. You know? Might take a week or so, but boom.
I think I've got to wait Craigslist, but that's
American, I guess.
yeah.
Unless there's
Anyway,
an Australian version of it. Look,
I'm just
you
saying.
can figure out what you want to trade up. You know, you can work it out what you want to trade up with, and just set a goal.
I just want to give you a little bit of a warning that the dart test. I don't know if Artemis is going up this week, but we're going to have a lot to talk about next week because we have the dart test on the 26th.
Okay, so that's what, in 6 days or something?
Yep, that's a 610 kilo satellite smashing into a small asteroid orbiting a bigger asteroid.
Oh yeah, here we fucking go.
Yeah, and then we got Artemis maybe going up 23rd or 27th or something like that.
Yeah, man. Going back to the moon. It's made of cheese, and you can't land on it.
Well, not right now. The cheese will come.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man.
I had a prediction last week, and right now I think it was something round, something very round will like to do something very special or something like that.
Oh.
I haven't really turned my mind to it, but I don't think there's been any...
No Nostradamical...
No, I can't think of anything like... Has there been like a full moon or anything?
Yeah,
Did it do
I guess
something special? I don't...
Is it the hand grenade? Didn't really do anything special.
No, I just typed in round thing news.
Okay, how did that go? Nothing?
Nothing important, no. No.
Oh,
maybe look, it could happen this week. It could be something to do with the asteroid or something.
Could be now, yeah.
Could be happening right now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff, man. We'll have to talk about it next week, I guess.